Hey, I'm gonna say Yokomon a lot this game when I mean Tokomon. Do a homie a favor and just ignore that. Just pretend that I said Tokomon. Cool? Thanks. Hello and welcome to my personal hell. My opponent hatches a Yokomon and digivolves into a Salamon. They're then going to play a Mayri. That sets me to 5, which is a pretty good start. I'm going to hatch the Dorimon and then digivolve into the Dorumon. I'm running the black base, I like it quite a lot. And then I'm going to digivolve into the Gardromon. I'll then go into Megadramon, set up some nice inheritables, and then play a Hagurumon. I'll trash an Andromon, which will let me draw 2 cards, and I start just setting up my trash so I can kind of tell what's a level 5 and what's not. My opponent just plays the Gatomon for 5, which is going to set me to 1. They don't see anything that they can grab from the search, so I'm looking pretty good in my opinion. I'm going to play it safe and stay in raising and then swing in with Hagurumon. I do get deleted, and then I'll play Analog Man, just kind of trying to go for more of a setup start. My opponent digivolves into Lady Devimon. Lady Devimon's going to let them draw 2 cards, plus the Digi-Evolution, and then they're going to trash 2. They'll then suspend Mayri using her effect to play out an Angel Woman for free for playing a TK, which will set me to 1. They get to reveal a card from their security and then recover. They're going to grab the Mastemon with that effect. Then they're just going to choose to straight away DNA Digivolve into the Mastemon, and the next effect is kind of shortcutted. They'll put 1 card into their security, they'll trash 1 card from their security and then play something from trash. They play the Lucemon, which deletes Analog Man. Not what I was kind of hoping for. I hate Lucemon. Lucemon sucks. Please ban Lucemon. I'll move out and then digivolve into Machinedramon. So draw for digivolve, then reveal the top 5 cards of my deck. I do not see a Analog Man, so I cannot play him. I do choose to put the Metal Greymon underneath the stack with the effect, which gains me a memory and draws me a card, but my opponent gets set anyway. Then they gain another memory from Mayri. We also see 2 Chaos Dramons just get put straight into trash, which is not what I wanted. Salamon moves out, and Mastemon is going to swing into security for 2 checks. First check, we see an Analog Man, he's back on the board. And then Lucemon is also going to swing, but he survives, and that makes me sad. I'm just going to start planning out my next turn, seeing what inheritables I can get. My opponent plays out another Mayri because memory gain is good. My turn starts, I'll draw a card, and then I will hatch an egg, then use the Analog Man's starter main phase effect. I will trash a card, which will gain me a memory and draw me a card, but I completely forget. I digivolve into Chaos Dramon and just kind of get things a little out of order. I can then put 3 black or red level 5s with Cyborg in their traits underneath Chaos Dramon. I'm going to choose to give it Piercing, the ability to swing into Unsuspended Digimon, and Reboot. And then I can de-digivolve Mastemon by 2 with the effect, which leaves them with a Gatomon. Then choose to swing into the Lucemon Chaos mode, and I'm going to pierce for 1 check. We see an Ordinemon, and that hurts a lot, so I need to trash 2 of my sources to avoid being deleted, and I'm just going to try and figure out what's the best thing to get rid of. I decide that I don't need piercing anymore, and then I'm also not going to need the plus 3000 DP. I prefer to have Reboot, Blocker, and the ability to swing into Unsuspended Digimon. I'm then going to digivolve into Chikurimon, and then just play out a Mechanori just to kind of avoid any aggression. Hopefully he doesn't have another way to just get into his massive stack again. They hatch another Yokomon and digivolve into Salamon. And then they're going to swing in with their Salamon at security, but I can block with Mechanori and restand with his effect. The Gatomon is then going to digivolve into a Lady Devimon. They can then trash 1 card in their hand. If they do, they can return a card with Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel and its traits from their trash to their hand. It should come as no surprise that they choose to get back the Mastemon. And then they're going to use the Mayri effect so that they can play an Angel Woman. This is going to gain them a memory from the Lady Devi effect. They can then DNA Digivolve into Mastemon again. And I really shouldn't have deleted the Lucemon because they're just going to play it out. And that's going to allow them to delete not only my Analog Man, but also my Mechanorimon. Am I seriously the only one who gets upset from this combo? I mean, it's just so free. The They're going to play Flame Hellscythe. While the DP reduction doesn't matter for my Chaosdramon, they're going to play an Angel Woman, just kind of get out some more sources. The inheritables that they've got currently, I believe, give them blocker and retaliation. This is a brutal combination for anyone to deal with. I'm going to move out my Chikurimon, and then I think about Analog Man, but I'm going to instead play the Mechanorimon just to get some more blockers out. Their tamers are going to make them start their turn on 5 memory. I'm going to move out the Salamon, and I don't think that I have the ability to block enough of these checks. I'm going to swing in with Mastemon just for a single check. It's Gardramon, so they're fine. My best buddy Lucimon's going to swing in, and with 12,000 DP, they're definitely going to be okay. I think my opponent's looking for a way to just end me this turn, but I'm not sure if they find it. They play Flame Hellscythe, so they're going to delete my Mechanorimon, and they're going to get another body out on the board and give my Chaosdramon -2 security. So he can't do anything even if I wanted him to. Oh, and I'm on 1 memory again. How good. I hatched the Dorimon, and then I'm going to Digivolve into a Hagurumon. I'm really just looking for a way out of this situation. I don't think that there's much in my deck that's going to be able to deal with this. I swing in and I completely forget that the Lady Devimon they have is the one that gives retaliation on your opponent's turn, not the one that gives retaliation on your turn. So I need to remove 2 of my sources to be able to prevent that deletion, and then looking through my hand, that's it. That's going to be game 1. I think that that is just an absolutely impossible board to break through, and next turn they're just going to be able to swing for game. So game 2, we're hoping for something better. I'm going to start by hatching a Dorimon, and then Digivolving into a Chikurimon. I'm then going to Digivolve into Gardramon and pass my turn on 2. My opponent's going to hatch the Yokomon, and then they're just going to play Mayri, so they don't have a Salamon in hand, which is good news for me. I'm going to be a bit bold and move out my Gardramon. I'm then going to Digivolve into the Megadramon, so the exact same stack that I started last game with. Then I'm going to Digivolve into the Machinedramon, so I will draw a card for the top 5 cards of my deck. I only see 1 level 5, so I pop him under there, which will be able to give me Sec +1. My opponent's then going to make a very quick turn and just play the Angel Woman. This is going to leave me with 2 memory, and my Machinedramon will have -2 security for the turn. I'm going to draw 1 for the start of my turn, hatch the Dorimon, and then I'm going to choose to swing at security. I'm going to use the inheritable to trash a level 5, and then draw 2 cards. I don't do any security checks though because the -2, and then I'm going to play out Analog Man, which is going to pass the turn on 2. My opponent goes to 3. They're going to just Chaos Degradation my Machinedramon. It's going to put it to the bottom of my stack and then trash the top, which is going to be a Assault of the Heavy Mobile Digimon, which would have been really good to just see on the first check and get rid of one of his level 5s or others. Use the start of turn effect with Analog Man to gain a memory and draw a card by trashing the Metal Tyrannomon. I'll Digivolve into Hagurumon, and then I'm going to play the Machinedramon. That does cost 12, but its on play will allow me to put 5 level 5s that are black or red with Cyborg in their traits underneath him and gain a memory for each one that I do. Can do that from my trash or my hand. I'm going to give him Blocker, the ability to trash my opponent's security when I delete one of their Digimon in battle. I'm also going to give them Reboot, and then plus 2000 DP on my opponent's turn, and the final thing will be plus 3000 DP on my turn. So I've got quite a nice stack, and I am going to leave my opponent on 1. He goes to 2 with Mayri. My opponent's going to Digivolve into the Ophanimon Fall Down mode, and because they have a yellow source, they get to recover 1. I draw for the start of my turn, and then I'm going to choose to move out the Hagurumon, trash a level 5, and draw 1, gain 1 memory from the Analog Man. I swing at security with the Machinedramon, just doing 1 check, and it's Salamon, so I'm totally fine. I'm then going to Digivolve Machinedramon into Chaosdramon just to fill up my stack a bit more. I'll draw for Digivolve, and then I'm going to put underneath another Metal Tyrannomon, a Megadramon, and a Cyberdramon, which will give me DP, Sec +1, and the ability to trash security. I swing in Haguru and get deleted by Ophanimon, and without any other beneficial cards to play, I'm just going to pass turn. My opponent gets +1 from Mayri. I'll then reboot. My opponent's then going to play a Mako, which will reveal the top 3, and they grab the Gatomon with the effect. See the Ordenmon there, which is a spicy tech that they run. They're then going to play another Mayri, so it looks like I've kind of got the momentum here to maybe take away the game. I'll hatch the Doraemon, I'll use the trashing effect from Analog Man, gain a memory, draw a card, and then I'm going to swing in for 2 checks, and my first check is a Chaos Degradation. It does not trash any security from me, but it does put me to the bottom of my security stack. That hurts so much. It is the most painful thing I have experienced in this game. I'm at a bit of a loss, so I'm going to play a Machinedramon, which is going to set my opponent to 1, but they get an additional 2 memory from the Marys. They're going to swing in with the Angel Woman, and they do get deleted, which is a nice add for me to have, but they are going to play a Reinforcing Memory boost. They see a Chaos Degradation, and they're going to put the Salamon on top, which I think is nice, but maybe not in the long run, because they're going to be able to play that if I get another stack. I go to the start of my main phase, I'm going to trash a card, and then I get to draw 1, gain 1 with Analog Man. Then I Digivolve into the Hagurumon. I'm going to Digivolve into the Chaosdramon, and I choose to give it the sources that'll give me Sec +1, the ability to delete 3 cost Tamers, and plus 2000 DP on my opponent's turn. I swing in for 2 checks, and I am going to delete the Mako with the Inheritable. We already knew about the Salamon X, but the next check is an Angel Woman, so we are safe. I'm going to play another Analog Man, my opponent then goes up to 6, the Mayri effect. They're going to drop the Gatomon using the on-play to search the top 3 cards of their deck. They'll grab the Lady Devimon, bottom decking the rest. They'll then Digivolve into the Lady Devimon, which will draw them 1 card for Digi-Evolution, 2 cards from the when Digivolving effect, and then they can trash 2. Then going to suspend Mary to be able to play an Angel Woman. Angel Woman is then going to DNA Digivolve into the Mastemon. I'll draw a card, I'm going to put Lucemon back into their security and then play it out to delete 1 of my Analog Mans. This isn't terrible though, because I still have another Analog Man on board. They are going to crack the Reinforcing Memory boost, and then they're going to play Chaos Degradation. So we put Chaosdramon to the bottom of my security stack, trash the top card, and the rest go to the trash.
You can't keep getting away with it!
I'm then going to move out the Hagurumon. I'm going to use the Analog Man's effect to trash a level 5 Cyborg, and then draw a card, gain a memory. I do have quite a lot of memory to work with, so I'm going to play another Analog Man, and then I'm just going to pass turn because I don't want to give him any more memory than he's already going to get. They're going to play another Gatomon. They'll use the on-play effect to search the top 3 cards of their deck, grabbing a Lady Devimon and a Makumon. They might Evo here so that they can choke me at 1 with the Gatomons when Digivolving effect. Instead they choose to play Flame Hellscythe. They're going to be able to delete Hagurumon and then play an Angel Woman. Just going to look through my trash at this point, see what I have actually seen already in my deck. I'll start my turn by drawing a card, hatching an egg, my final egg. I'm not going to use the Analog Man's effect because I'm very close to decking out, so instead I'm just going to Digivolve into Dorumon. I'm then going to play Assault of the Heavy Mobile Digimon, trashing Metal Greymon so that I can give my Chaosdramon the on-play Rush and Blitz effects. I get to put 3 sources underneath my Chaosdramon. I'm choosing Metal Tyrannomon, Metal Greymon, and Gigadramon. So I've got some DP boost, the ability to trash cards, and swing into Unsuspended Digimon. I'll swing into the Gatomon, and then I'm going to trash the top card of their security. I'm not in the worst position. I still have 5 security. They only have 3 checks on board, and they're down to their last security as well. With Dorumon in raising, I actually have enough checks to potentially end the game next turn. Because Lucemon has high DP, he's going to swing at security and then potentially DNA Digivolve into a Mastemon with the Angel Woman on board. He does do exactly that, so he's going to Digivolve into the Mastemon. He's going to bring a card back from his trash, choosing to get back the Angel Woman, and I think that he's going to play that to give me security -2 for the turn. Which doesn't matter too much because I can still swing into unsuspended things to trash their security. They Digivolve into the Lady Devimon. They're then going to trash the Makumon to get back another Mastemon. They can DNA Digivolve into that again as well. With the inheritables from this, they're going to be able to have that retaliation blocker combo that we saw previously. Now we just need to see what he's going to choose to bring back from his trash into security and then play out for free. He's going to play out another Angel Woman, and I think that that's totally fine. Any choice is probably good here just to get out that extra blocker that can also retaliate. He's then just going to hard play a Gatomon, searching the top 3 cards, and he can only grab the Angel Woman. The other 2 go to the bottom of the deck. He's also quite low. This could get to a point where we're just looking at who has cards left in their deck. They'll Digivolve into the Lady Devimon. Lady Devimon, they will trash a card and then be able to bring one back into their hand. They're going to grab Ordenmon. And I must be the unluckiest man alive because they're going to play another Chaos Degradation, putting Chaosdramon to the bottom of my security and trashing the top card. If we want to ban another card while we're banning Lucamon, let's just get rid of Chaos Degradation. Just limit it to 1 or something. That seems fair. I don't have a lot of options in my hand. I'm going to move out the Doremon and Digivolve into Mechanori just to see if I can draw anything that would save me, but I don't. I'm going to concede there. Well played to my opponent. This was a very tough match, but very well played by him. Let me know what card you would want to have banned in the Digimon TCG, and I will see you next time.